Wednesday cometh.
Wednesday cometh. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, fam?
Mr. Lava.
We're in the building. What is happening? What's going on, Coach? Groovy, what's up?
What's going on?
Nate, what's happening? Wednesday cometh. Wednesday cometh. Not too much, Coach. I mean, we had the games last night. Both of my picks took L's.
Yeah, mine too.
I don't know.
I think I picked Connecticut during mock draft. Did I pick Connecticut during mock draft? I got to go back on the live.
You did.
Okay.
We both went Suns. I went Aces Suns. I think you had one. I think you had one win yesterday. I think you had Liberty.
I went Liberty. Yeah, I went Liberty. Ashley Knuckles.
Ashley, what's good, fam? What's happening?
So we just we've not many games highlights, and then we got some Wednesday tea to talk about. Great games though. Great games last night. I mean, it's what you want from playoffs, especially in the semifinals part of the playoffs. First round is what you expect, When you say play, keep playing, or you taking off, one or the other. That's what we at crunch time right now.
I mean, yes, win or go home. No more die. What's good, fam?
Right, all right. So here we go. Let's jump into this. You got anything? As far as football. I'm sorry. I gotta share this with everybody. I watched a crazy, ridiculous move on the college play. Alabama against Georgia. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Quarterback Milroe to the wide receiver Williams. He stops in mid-stride, does a half pirouette, stealing speed, and gets to the end zone. That's what fall. Oh my goodness.
Milroe is that dude.
Did you see that wide receiver there with the move? You gotta go watch that.
Oh no, I have to pull
crazy.
It up.
It is. Yeah.
Drop it in the Discord, Coach.
Yeah.
Drop it in the Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
You all gotta see it. I thought when athletic moves at all-time high, it was. I don't like to call people a freak when it comes to athleticism because it's professional, high level. But it was a freakish. It was a. What did him? How did he do that? You know what I mean? Like, is this photo? Is this video shop? Like, what is this? Anyway, I was impressed. And
absolutely,
when you have and when you have that, not only in football on the college level, but you have a totally different level of talent on the women's basketball, and they coming in with a bag. There's the demand to address these young ladies or young people, young professionals in a different manner. There's a changing of time, whether you like it or not. So that was just my segue to that too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was also reflecting on a short that you post about. I'm using my body to have a nest egg and take care of business and hopefully get another resource of income, just not me playing out of that. So it all ties in.
Absolutely.
That was my one. That was my one to grow on.
Oh yeah.
That was my one to grow on.
You always coming with the jewels. Harold Williams in the building. What's good, fam? Nate is really missing Candace Parker and her leadership in the bench.
Harold Williams,
another coach. Yeah, I think I'm gonna speak on that. Nate.
Well, Mr. Lover drafted Candace,
didn't he? And no more like said, what am I doing today? Because you didn't ask. Wash day tomorrow. Nothing clean. All right, Thick Vegan. What's good, fam? What is good? Hope everyone is having a great day. What's up, Doc?
Is that like Bugs Bunny? What's up, Doc?
No, that's Doc. That's Doc Truckstein. Harold Williams.
Oh, okay. My fault, Doc. I just know Harold Williams. That's all I know.
Absolutely.
Hump
day.
Here we go.
Let's get to it.
Hump day. My Mike. What day is it, Mike? What day is it, Mike? I can't get enough of myself. Here we go. We can talking about
Oh man, you are so funny.
last time when we left up. So talking about Sunday the 29th, Las Vegas Aces 77, New York Liberty 87. So that was the first game in the semifinals back then, Barclays Center. 10-point victory for Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. We had Connecticut Sun. Their sun was rising, and the Lynx had no bite, but it was still a close game. They're very similar teams. So Connecticut Sun 73 and Minnesota Lynx 70. This is very interesting because they take a game away in Minnesota at the Target Center. So they hit the target of winning the first game in Minnesota on the road. Okay, let me
See what you
take
did
this
there.
band.
See what you did there.
You see what I did there?
Yeah,
Okay,
with the
Las
target center
Vegas
target.
Aces Tuesday, October 1st. All right, we're gonna put these out there, then we're gonna see what Auntie, what science, what knowledge Auntie's gonna drop on us. Tuesday, October 1st, Las Vegas Aces, 84. Aces did not. They threw craps on this game as well. Okay, they didn't do well. They didn't do well with the Vegas experience, and Liberty came out 88 84. Vegas had more fight. They did make some adjustments, and this is a 2-0 lead. Um, going back to Vegas. Okay, Connecticut Sun 70, Minnesota Lynx 77. Minnesota Lynx got their fight and bite back. They took a bite out of Sun and set the Sun, and so now here we are, one game apiece, going back to the Mohegan Sun. This is intriguing. I think this will go 5 because these teams' systems are so similar defensively and offensively. Between these two dates, Auntie, what you got? You know, talk about
Before I get started, no more. I appreciate that. I still get both your ears today. Thank you, fam. Thank you, fam. Appreciate that. So it's the playoffs. It's the playoffs. I think I know everybody's like, oh, I didn't expect the Las Vegas Aces to be down 0-2. I didn't expect that. Like I said, I didn't expect us to drop a game this season, this postseason. We dropped 2. What I've seen the most is like, and I don't want to take anything away from. Look at my nephew having manners. Yes, it's been 48 hours. Good afternoon, Wody Mac. What's good? Appreciate the appreciate the manners, nephew. Hope all is well. Let me say first that the Connecticut Sun, I was pleasantly surprised they win and they took care of business. They got a game on the road, so that series started right away because the Sun got a win in Minnesota at the Target Center. So that series started right away. The New York series hasn't started yet, and so now, like Las Vegas, we have to decide: are we going to start a series? Like we have to decide: are we going to start a series? Like the series starts as soon as somebody loses on their home court. New York held serve. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. And they did it. They did it in a magnificent fashion. Like, I mean, they came out, they left no doubt. Last night's game, 88-84, it was closer, but it wasn't like it was so close that it was like, we let one get away. We still didn't do what we needed to do to be able to win the basketball game. We haven't put together 40 minutes worth of basketball in the second round of the playoffs, and that's on us. Like. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that like we show up and like we would have won both of these games, but we definitely would have put ourselves in a position to at least win one. I think after game 1, we were a little bit looser. After the game 1 loss, I think we were a little bit looser than I wanted us to be in the press conference. It was kind of like, oh, we'll see the next, tomorrow, it's just us, we'll figure it out. And then it was like, no, part of it is it's us, and then part of it is like there needs to be an adjustment. And so, what is the adjustment that we're going to make? The fact that you can't keep Sabrina Ionescu in front of you is that's very telling. And I don't.
That's a problem. And she not that fast.
Yeah, and I don't expect necessarily Chelsea Gray to keep Sabrina in front of her, but like at this point, it's like, J.O., who are you? Who are you? Y'all know who I am. Who are you? I'm looking at J.O., but I'm also looking at because J.O. is scoring and J.O. is having to play defense. Also, though, Tiff Hayes. You couldn't keep Sabrina. You couldn't keep Sabrina in front of you, homie. What were you doing? So there's those things as far as like fixing that with how we're addressing Sabrina. Asia's getting triple team, double team every chance they get. Like somebody else has to step up. Kelsey Plum, you had 6 points. You shot 22% last night. Who are you? We had that. We see that clip all the time at the YouTube on YouTube. We see the clip all the time of KP saying like, Asia had to tell me to get my shit together. So like at this point, like what I didn't see is a want to. Like everybody's saying all the right stuff. We wanted 3-peat. We want it, but I'm not seeing a want to on the court that it takes to really 3-peat. And what I didn't like about the press conference last night was it was kind of like, don't start talking to me about how hard it is now that you're down 0-2, right? When we got ready to come in here, this thing, we were coming to get a job done. So for you to be like, well, now this is just a reality, and 3-peating is hard. We knew that. You were supposed to be that special team that could come in and do it. So stand up and do it like it showed a want to. You can't be like, oh, it's hard now. We knew it was hard. So that was kind of disheartening for me. I was like, really, Becky? I lightweight, like side-eyed that one. Like, it's hard. Tell us something we didn't know. So, for me, it's like it's a gut check. It's a gut check. It's a must win. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Either we go win 2 or we go home. Or we stay at home, I should say. Yeah, run them lights up for us. The TV, and you don't know how to hit the like on me. Scroll up to the right, hit that like, please, and thank you.
So you already answered the question I had. I was going to ask you.
My bad, Coach. I got on the roll. On my soapbox. About them Aces. My bad.
Yeah, you already answered my question though. Do you feel?
Oh well, let's wrap it up then.
Yeah. Oh man, too funny. Yeah. All right. So the thing is, it seems like the challenge is that need more defensive production from the bench, from the Aces. Is that what it sounds like we seeing or observe?
No. There's no help coming from the bench. Let's be clear. There's nobody we finna dig up off the bench. Yeah, there's nobody we finna dig up off the bench that's gonna come fix this thing for us. Now, we got some bodies to throw at people like Queen Ebo, like we're paying you play a game. You've been on like 4 7-day contracts. I think we signed you for the end of the year. Does she practice? I don't even know if she got a regular number on the roster. Like, come on, what are we doing? Like Kate Martin, we ran Kate Martin out there at the beginning of the season. At this point, let Kate get some run. What was the point of letting her get that experience if we're not gonna give it a try? What did we lose that first game? We lost the first game by like 10. See what Kate Martin does. Maybe, if nothing else, maybe Kate Martin can keep Sabrina in front of her for a moment or two to be able to slow some things down. But try something different at this point.
Is that stuck in your ways?
I don't know, but and it's like, Becky, give me something other than that facial expression. I'm so sick of that. Like, do something else. I need you to do something else. Your facial expression is not going to fix this. She be at she kills me too. She comes into listen. Last night she comes into the press conference. It takes her
auntie on the roll.
And takes her glasses off to talk to us, and then she's squinting at us and just this scowl, and it's like, girl, that ain't gonna fix what's wrong with this team. That's not fixing. That's not fixing what's going on here. Like, it's a want to from them. And then the other thing that I'm watching closely is that Asia hasn't spoken twice. She hasn't spoken after 2 losses now, which lets me know she is livid. Asia's hair was so messed up. So Asia's hair was so messy when she got to work yesterday. You ain't never seen Asia show up with a hairstyle like that. Just messy all over the place. She meant business. This ain't sitting well with her. I'm telling y'all, some people leaving Las Vegas. 1988 Lakers. We have enough to get it done. We have to step up and get it done. I like what Chelsea had to say last night. Let's see how we show up in Las Vegas. But this is on us. Brittany Griner to unrivaled. I am so here for the Rakia. I am so here for the Rakia Brittany Griner 1v1 matchup Let me know the day. I'm circling it already. I can't wait. Let's go. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot
All right.
wait. Adrian HB, Big Wrench in the building. What's good, fam?
You can't. 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1
All right,
2.
so here, let's
3
check
1
this
3.
out.
Stand up.
Yeah. So we got the expansion draft for the 13th WNBA franchise, Golden State Valkyrie, set for December 6th on ESPN. Okay. The submitted roster list of each of the current 12 teams will be required to designate a maximum of 6 protected players who will not be available for selection in the expansion draft. All other players on each team's roster list will be eligible for selection by the Valkyries. Okay, available expansion draft players. So the expansion draft happens this December 6th. Do you feel is there any particular team you think they will favor to or pick from, or you think it's just see what happens?
I'm not moved by the expansion draft much. So like, I mean, like think of this. Think about this. I just said that Las Vegas goes what, 6 deep, 7 deep. Okay. So the players that are available in the expansion draft, who are they gonna be? Name the 7th best player on these 12 teams. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Name them. Who are they? Who are they? Like they're gonna have some pretty good. They're gonna have a few solid role players. But the strategy for the Valks needs to be like, we're gonna get some of these role players and try to package them up, maybe with a pick or something, and trade them off and bring some other talent in. Maybe they need to be like networking, trying to figure out. Yeah, Sergeant Carter look on her face for sure. Maybe they need to try to network and bring in, with some of these other teams, talk to them, and see who they can pick up in the expansion draft to maybe package together to get some top tier talent. Like, their talent is pretty much gonna come from drafting. They'll get some good bench. They should be able to build a solid bench. But the Valks need to be looking at like internationally. They need to be thinking about what they're going to get out of the real draft. I guess they may be able to pick at 5, but then they also need to be looking at like, what is the talent that has been developing itself outside of the league the last few years that may be ready for a return. And then that's how they get competitive. But the expansion draft, like, I mean, y'all can't even name the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people on these teams. Not me at the gym watching Deja Kelly on Big TV, Big 10 Network. Damn pretty privilege is real. Bree Wayne, the bot in the building. What's good? She promoting Oregon. She finna get that Nike deal. If Vegas doesn't protect Liz Kitley, they might be in trouble next year. I think they lose Stokes or Gustavo. Yeah, I wouldn't protect neither one. Who cares? That's not a loss. They should package them up and send them somewhere. Azura Stevens, Monique Billings. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Wody Mack. But here's the thing, y'all. I got 2 videos out there: an Eastern Conference and a Western Conference of who the 6 I would save on each team. Check them out. Let me know what y'all think about my 6. I save 6 on every team. So let me know what y'all think about that.
How did I miss that? How did I miss that? You didn't let me inform me.
So I did it during the Olympic break. I did it during the Olympic break.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, y'all check them out. I got an Eastern Conference and a Western Conference out there. Like, I decided what 6 I would keep. Because the thing you got to remember about this too is like, even if I want my 7th and 8th player on my roster, most likely they're not going to take my 7th and 8th roster anyway. They can only pick one player anyway from each of the 12. So, I protect my 6, and then I may protect Kitley, and I may protect Kate Martin for the youth on my team, and I may say, hey, Sid, hey, Alicia, I don't think they're going to pick you up. Just hold tight. You'll be back. Like, those are the type of conversations that you have to have. But, like I said, what up, though, MJ Lover? Those are the type of conversations that you got to have so that players aren't getting antsy. Because the thing that's going to be different about this expansion draft versus any other expansion draft, I think, that we've seen in the history of the WNBA is that we also have a CBA that's coming up to end soon, and we got no money coming on the table in 2026. Right. And so you're going to be wanting to make a draft, but then you also are going to be able to say there may be some people here who are going to be unrestricted free agents in just a few days or so after this draft that may just want to come and be at this and be a part of this organization as free agents. And so they'll be able to kind of dominate and maybe even put together a better team than Atlanta was able to put together in the last draft, right? So, there'll be some one-offs in this draft that we haven't had in other expansion drafts that may make the votes very, 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 very competitive very, very quickly, because it's going to be a destination. It's West Coast, it's San Francisco. The facilities are beautiful. They've already showed you the practice facility. They showed you the locker room. There'll be some unrestricted free agents that'll be ready to go. Restricted free agents, they could walk after not getting court. If you're a restricted free agent, how can you walk if you're restricted? I thought if you're restricted, basically somebody can make you an offer, and then your team that owns your rights have the option to match the offer that you get. That's what I thought restricted was. It may be some unrestricted free agents that walk after not getting court, but where are you going?
Right.
So, that's
if I was them, I would look.
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, excuse me. If I was the Valks, I would look this past season's top 6 teams, top 5, and see if there's anything of value. I don't know, because you want to have, I think, a valid post and a floor facilitator. In the WNBA right now, I don't think you will find a point guard like that in the expansion draft. Just be honest off the top of my head. And then on that bottom 7 to 12, you might be able to get some sleepers, because there'll be some top players that are ready to leave, or that those organizations are not looking to protect because they're moving in different direction, and they don't know what and they don't know what for the love of basketball they are doing, because we've seen that, because of the individual management have their clueless in basketball. So I feel that depending what type of level of general management the Valkyries have, I feel they can be able to find some diamonds and some gems there for teams that did not make the playoffs. Because a player is on a playoff, that doesn't mean they haven't had winning experience in their career. It's just they weren't on a winning team this season. So that's just a strategic take versus what you got with the contract stuff. So you kind of mix what you shared and mix that formula together, and kind of come with a strategic approach and see what you can find. And then based on what you're willing to spend for your max, your salary cap max, and how much you're willing to spend towards that max.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm trying to think of like the number 7 player on any team that I'm like, yo, I can't wait to see them somewhere. Like maybe Seattle, maybe Seattle, because like I've been saying that Seattle is so clunky because they have they're so deep. Like Minnesota has a deep bench that if they may affect them a little bit, but like the Aces, we can't find a backup for Asia on our own bench. Like we like, yo, is there anybody out there? Like no. So a lot of these benches, like it's not much coming off of there. So if I'm the Valks, I'm not dependent upon this expansion draft at all. It'll be nice if I can get a couple nice players, but like I said, it's more about it's more about being able to be able to maybe package them up and get some trades in.
That's probably the more sound way in that particular situation. So I think more financially sound.
The dream were able to be like, sorry that first year, and then the next year they were able to get Angel McCautry and put Angel with what they had, and they were like a playoff team. But with the talent that's coming in here in the next couple of years, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So I would be definitely looking for some talent outside of just this expansion draft. Who knows speaks? I keep hearing that Jackie's hurt. They need to let us know.
Are you injured or are you hurt? All right, so we're moving on to the next. We have
Tiffy, I got to take care of that. I got to take a look at that. If you got a link on that or some, share it in the Discord or somewhere. Let me know.
Okay, you talk about the RFA versus UFA. Okay. Minnesota Lynx Cheryl Reeve named WNBA Coach of the Year and WNBA Basketball Executive of the Year for the 2024 season. And all I gotta say is nothing flashy about Cheryl.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been my coach of the year.
Well, so let's talk about
it. She just wouldn't have been my coach of the year. Probably Brundello would have been my coach of the year.
Brundello, I agree.
If Brundello would have been my coach of the year. Now, if Chicago would have
earned it.
If Chicago would have made the playoffs, Teresa Witherspoon would have been my coach of the year. Because she had there was no reason for them to be in the playoffs. So she would have been my coach of the year if they get into the playoffs. They didn't get to the playoffs. Brundello is my coach of the year. But I understand Cheryl Reeve. I definitely understand Cheryl Reeve being selected. Cheryl Reeve has an autonomy at Minnesota. And I think a track record that allows her to kind of run the organization a little different than anybody than some of the other coaches, and by her also being the general manager and also kind of being made out here as far as being the champion, being a Team USA coach. She just has an autonomy.
She showed the blueprint. She showed the blueprint. If I can't control it, I'm not coaching it.
She showed a blueprint. I don't know how many people are gonna. I don't know how many organizations are gonna be willing to revamp based on that blueprint. And I don't know how many coaches really are sitting out there with a resume that dictates that you revamp based on what we've seen in the dub right now. So it ain't too many people that's coming in like that. Now, I said if they, along those lines to me, like a Carolyn Peck, if you want a Carolyn Peck to come into your organization, then you would have to make Carolyn Peck general manager as well, and leverage everything about her and her branding to be able to fix the organization. But it's not a lot of them that I would say they need to be their general manager. Some of them, they don't manage their timeouts effectively enough to be the general manager anywhere.
Name one.
I'm being honest. Kurt Miller. It's a lot of mismanagement out there. Like there's no way. And I seen Kurt in the cute little TikTok group with kid dancing and doing the little
Tanisha
thing.
Wright.
Yeah. There's nothing like her wardrobe selection says probably not a good general manager.
She said she didn't even manage her wardrobe. You got to manage your wardrobe.
Yeah, some of those selections are very out of season. It's weird. I digress. But I'm interested to see what like a Sue Bird at Seattle. Now you've been there for 1 year. What does Seattle look like next year? Right. So Sue, you're in here as an executive. I want to see some of these players get into some of these executive positions, even if it's not general manager, and just start really, impacting some of these organizations. So gonna be interesting. I'm looking to see where Teresa Witherspoon lands too. Could be nasty work if she ends up as an assistant coach somewhere next season after being a head coach, but it happens.
I mean, you say maybe go back to the NBA to get a breather from that, so you have a healing moment, or
to me, I'm not taking that
in the mix.
I'm not saying nothing about a healing moment because you didn't hurt me. If I got a heal, then I mean,
I'm gonna stay right there, coach.
So standing up and coming into New York last night was like y'all didn't get no.
I was y'all didn't get no. You ain't hit me.
Y'all didn't get no pound of flesh out of me. That was that Ike Turner. Here I am, big and bold as shit. You thought I wasn't coming, Tina? Here I am in the mirror. You see me? Well, I'm right here.
I'm in New York. I'm supporting.
I'm in New York. I'm in New York, and I am New York. I'm in New York, and I am New York. I am this franchise. So whatever y'all want to say, I am a brand, and I'm here, and y'all gonna respect it. So I'm not. She could go to the NBA if she wants to. Now, if Teresa may say, it's some things that I need to learn, and it's okay to be able to take a step back and say, hey, I took that shot. It wasn't for me. I should have made some different decisions in making the decision to be able to go after this job. Hearing now that there were only 2 applicants for the job, I don't even know if she should have took the job. How many people will sign up for this? There's some you got to make sure that you're interviewing the company or the organization as much as they're interviewing you. So how many people want this thing? Because maybe I'm trying to get something that ain't worth having. And I didn't even realize that it wasn't worth having because nobody else was out here trying to do it. But I wanted a shot. I wanted to give back. I see an opportunity. Black ownership, black town. Great opportunity to bring some some great rookies in, and a history here where we are not too far off from winning. But it just
And
seemed
you
like
had
it
a
got to a point where
championship.
it's just like, you weren't too far from winning. They were the last champions before the Las Vegas Aces. So it's like, she wanted to take a shot on them. And it was crazy that it seemed like she was way more willing to take a shot on them than they were really willing to take a shot on her. And it was almost like they hired her out of default. That's crazy. Like the minute they could get somebody else in there, they would be looking.
So they didn't deserve her, basically.
But if she's feeling like she needs to, and it's okay to take a step back and maybe take an assistant job at a Las Vegas Aces or somewhere like that, where she knows that somebody's going to really pour back into her. That cares as much about her success as she does. Because it seems like her and Becky have a real genuine friendship. Both haven't been in New York together, so
right,
could be a good look.
So you feel like LA gonna maybe interested in her? In
Interested in who?
LA Sparks interested in interviewing Teaspoon.
And if they call you, no. Teaspoon, run. If they call you, run.
If LA call her, run.
Yeah, unless it's Magic Johnson calling you and sitting down and making a commitment to you for more than 1 year to build and give the resources and pour back in, because Magic said itself, he kind of stepped away and was letting everybody else kind of handle it, and now he's going to be stepping back in a little bit more. You can't mishandle Rickea Jackson. You mishandle Zaya Cook. Los Angeles Lakers, Los Angeles Sparks, like y'all been under like the Derek Fisher curse for so long. You can't fumble these two rookies. There was only two teams that got two really good rookies out of last year's draft. That was LA and Chicago. Y'all can't fumble this. So unless Magic is going to sit down and say, Teresa, whatever you need, get the assistants around her like she needs, and then say, we're going to have the resources, we're going to get the facilities, we're going to get the people, then don't risk it. Right. There's no reason to risk it, because there's nothing about the LA Sparks that they've shown you over the last, I don't know, since Candace got bitched by Derek Fisher in the playoffs, that said they know anything about running a successful organization. Nothing. The Washington Mystics coach ain't gonna get fired because his daddy run the team.
Yeah.
Time out.
He needs.
Who are you? Salute. Welcome to HDI TV. Y'all make sure y'all give my nephew a follow back over there. Nephew been killing him with it. I seen the 10-hour. I seen you follow up with the NFL. You been killing it. Okay. Salute. I appreciate you, fam. Listen, I'm telling you now, listen, nephew, you ignored me yesterday. Bet not one more Sunday or Monday get by when me and you ain't up on this camera together talking. We gotta get this thing done. Oh yeah, you know Mr. Lover, aka Daddy Long Dong himself. What's going on?
Ghost face picker. All right, so we talked about the Mystics coach should be gone. I think they're gonna underperform, or they're not gonna attract the talent that could come there if you keep that coach, because also people come to play for a coach. That's why a coach needs to build a brand, because players in the 21st century are coming to play for that brand of a coach. The coach is a brand too, just like the players have their brand. And so, it's not good in Mystics if they're not willing to make changes in that. That's just too much. Here's the thing: it's different if it's nepotism and you can coach, but you can't coach, man.
And I don't care. I don't care about the nepotism part. Like I don't care about that. Your daddy got you the job, no problem. But it's your responsibility now to keep it. Won't let it slip by. Yes, please. Please, yeah, we ain't gonna let that slip by. We're gonna get this conversation in. So, coach, and I think too, like, just the availability of funding is different now. Like, it's just not your regular old corporations, that people aren't necessarily investing and moving and grooving the same way they were in like the 80s and 90s, and money is out here moving different. So you got to kind of meet people where they are.
Right complexion for the protection. Okay, I hear you.
No, you just stick with the MJ Lover part. I got you.
Daddy. Wait a minute, I wasn't ready for. I only Wody Matt like. Oh man, that felt like a Friday comment, man. That's Wednesday comment. That's a good one, Wody. All right, so we
Don't
talked
fight it.
about any other coach that need to go before we jump off of this coach segment of the show.
Oh, I named
Any
my
other
coaches.
coach? We
I
know
named my
Kirk is
coaches.
going.
I said Wright. I said Miller. I said
Miller,
what's her name? Trammell. What's her name? Down in Dallas.
Dallas,
And the Washington coach. I don't even remember his name.
Washington. So
The
that's
only
five
two.
coaches out of
I only said 4.
coaches out of
I
the
only
12
wanted
teams.
4 out.
4. Okay.
Teresa Witherspoon was not on my list. But so
Right.
Kirk got cut out of the 3 I was looking for. So
right. So that was an episode of Power.
or something.
Right. All right. So here we go. Let's see what we got next here. And man, we talked about this, and I agree. We talked about this, and he was like, "Yeah, it's not right." Minnesota Lakes, Nafisha, get back up there. There you go. Sound like I'm talking to my dogs. Don't you do it. They did it. Don't you do it. They did it. Like Minnesota Lynx. Call your name 2024 Kia WNBA Defensive Player of the Year. Like, don't you do it. Don't y'all give her that. Look. Don't y'all give her that. That's wrong. Y'all gave her that consolation Defensive Player of the Year. Shame on you, WNBA. Now back to you, Auntie.
So I told y'all how I felt about Nafisa. I didn't feel like Defensive Player of the Year. No. I think that Nafisa's had a magnificent season. I wish there was another award for her. Best player on the most complete team. I don't know. Like deserving of an award for sure. Like numbers say deserving of an award, but the numbers don't say deserving of the Defensive Player of the Year award. So I wish there was another. I don't know what the name of that award would be. You go girl. I don't know the you go girl award. I don't know what you would call it. Like I get it. Those numbers are worthy, but there was a set of numbers that were better. And I guess maybe people will say, she's deserving because they finished better than Vegas. That they finished better than Asia and the Aces. But I think for me,
right.
that even strengthens the argument about Asia even more. When I'm looking at this is a team that had 5 double-digit scorers. They played great team defense. It's just hard for me. It's hard for me to I don't. It's hard for me to celebrate it. It's hard for me to celebrate it. So yeah, me too. Welcome to HDI TV. So yeah, we had the same. So it was Asia, it was Dejanay, and then I also had Ezzy up there. Those were the 3 that I was discussing. Nafisa Kari was nowhere, and like I said, I'm not a Minnesota Lynx fan. I said this before. It could be that they play such a good team basketball that what she doesn't jump off the screen enough at me for me to be able to recognize it. But like I said, I wish there was another award. I don't know. When I saw her go to get the award, she didn't even look really excited on the way walking down the hall with her daughter to go get it. So I don't know. She may feel the same way we feel, but I wish there was something that we could have gave her. But I'm sure at the team banquet she'll get a lot of awards: best player on the team, most offensive points, rebound. When they do the team award.
Right. Yeah, Ezzy definitely between Ezzy and DJ.
Ezzy had to play some defense against some of the best bigs in the game. Very, very, very underrated. Overlooked.
I feel like that 4 and 5 position, people that play solely at that because their size and skill set calls for that. I feel like that could be so underappreciated sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Physicality, the fouls that are not called, the fouls that are getting that never called, just double team, triple team on the offensive end. People don't understand fighting for a rebound. That's physical.
Oh yeah,
Fighting for
for
a
sure.
rebound that's physical. That's manual labor. I mean, the whole game of basketball is manual labor because you're playing. But you know what I mean? That's some grunt work. That's
That's
some
why. That's why
look.
what Angel does is so.
You got some MMA stuff going on. Get that rebound. Okay.
That's why what Angel does is so impressive, and that's why what Angel does is so impressive, and that's why like I don't people don't understand the motor it takes to double and do what she does on both ends of the floor, and that's why my Roy, that's why that's my Roy, and definitely probably on the all defensive team, on my all defensive team.
And and speaking of Roy, I watched that swoops and segment. It was pretty interesting. And anybody get a chance, go back and listen. You get some gems out of that. It was pretty interesting.
Did anybody see the TikTok of Kim Oki dancing with the other coaches yesterday? Please check it out. It tickled me. Okay? They was cutting it up. It tickled me.
This was with LSU.
Yeah, the LSU coaches tripping out or whatever they called it. I think I put it in the Discord. Yeah, check them out.
Was they doing that last year?
I don't know. And you know what? I'm not even on their head about what they did last year because what I like is that they're willing to do something different this year. That's where I'm at with Kim Mulkey. The fact that I've seen Kim Mulkey do something different from the time I got up here and said, yeah, Kim, it ain't showing right. She showed up in so many different places since then that I got to give her some credit for at least trying to do something different. And I don't think that it's fake. I think that it's genuine, and I think that she had one of those like she had a learning moment.
Coming to basketball moment.
Yeah. I was, and it's so crazy because the movie, I think of everything in movies, and this movie called "I'll Do Anything," and the little girl went to wear a yellow dress, but I remember she's like an actress, and she's like, there's this dynamic between like a black girl and a white lady, and it's like I love a black girl and I love a white lady, but I think that they're like Kim is coming around. I think Flau'jae and her bringing Flau'jae into her fold has introduced her into some different areas. Seeing her show up at games, seeing her show up at Flau'jae video, seeing her dancing, seeing her hire Simone Augustus, seeing her trying to move around, coming out of her shell. So, when you know better, you do better. And it look like she's trying to do better. You know what I mean? So I think it's genuine. I don't think that it's about like it doesn't seem fake or forced. And the reason I say that it's genuine because the reason I say I think it's genuine is because she's still only showing up for the players that she wants to show up for. Like she hasn't shown up for Brittany Griner, and I think that would be off brand. She's shown that that's like not her. Whatever happened there, she's okay not fixing it.
Yeah, she's like we not doing that. We're not going down that road. Got you.
And the fact that she's standing on business there, and still trying to do some other different things. I give her that. So, yeah, check her out. We'll see.
That'd be dope. Now somebody brought up, said, "Oh, let me go back. I had quick.
No,
I did it again.
Ain't no quick fingers over here, baby. Let you know.
Oh no,
buddy.
Wait a minute. When they used to say, what I'm gonna do with you? What I'm gonna do with you?
Just keep loving me, baby. Just keep loving me.
Fam, thank you for doing. Hey, the CC show. This is your daytime show. Wednesday coming.
Did you say Sess be with the mess?
Oh man. Now, shout out to Juju. She tickles me when she says, now, coach, just listen, coach. Listen to it. I love it. Shout out to you. That's my favorite phrase by her.
Yeah, make sure y'all following Everybody Loves Juju 1-2.
Yeah. Just listen to me. Just now, everybody, just look at the screen. Just look at the screen, everybody. Uh, Connecticut Suns. Dijonay, Pastor Dijonay. Pastor Dijonay. Carrington, named 2024 Kia WNBA Most Improved Player of the Year. Okay. Um, I on my end, I'm gonna see what your take is. And you and I have talked about it in some
I was very,
pre-show
I was very
meetings.
open,
It's
y'all.
most deserved. Yeah.
I was very open, y'all. My most improved player, my defensive player of the year, my most valuable player was Asia Wilson. She improved her numbers from last year to this year better than anybody. But we couldn't give away all of those awards. Dejanay Carrington getting the most improved player. I had Dejanay up there. I had Kennedy up there. I had one other player I was thinking about. And I was leaning towards Kennedy, especially if Chicago would have got in the playoffs. But the way the Sky's season ended, and the way Dejanay is showing up in the playoffs, most improved player. This kid went from not starting one game at all last year to starting every game this year and bouncing back and fixing her relationship in front of the world. Got her girl back and got the starting position in the most improved player. All while keeping her face beat and her 6'13" going. That's the most improved player out there, baby. That's the most improved player out there. See, hey, let me tell y'all something. DJ Carrington was like, I'm improving all the way around. I done stepped my relationship game up. I done stepped my basketball game up. DJ is improving. She got the pressure on the league. They better get ready. Celebrate DJ, man. I'm loving it. The double seatbelt. I don't know what all she locking up with that double seatbelt, but lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. I am here. I am here for
Locked
that.
up.
He said Derek Hamby wins the Kim Perot Sportsmanship of the Year award.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's not happening.
Man. You better be trolling Marcus JTV.
Right.
You better be trolling me on that one. You better be trolling me on that one. Yeah, Coach. I'm okay with DJ Carrington as the most improved player. And you know what? I was cracking up today at Mabry being the one to pull DJ Carrington back from fight. So I mean, they was thinking they wouldn't even be able to play together. Now they besties. So I'm here for it. And the Sun are growing on me. I hope that they get. I hope they get this next win at the crib. But they put themselves in a position where all they have to do is win at home now, and they go to the next round. They took care of business. All they have to do is win at home, and they go to the next round.
Yeah, win. They got to win the 2 at home, and you done.
Win at the crib and move on. So it's no better position to be in, especially when you came into this thing not having home court advantage. So to steal home court, game one, they got to find the confidence. Everybody should be playing a little bit better coming into the games at the crib. The WNBA just posted it on the official X account. Oh, they did. Yeah, they're a joke. It's okay. And their awards have been a joke. Some of their awards have been a joke this year. There's no way that she's. There's no way that she's. There's no way that I can give her the Sportsmanship of the Year award. There's no way.
When you filed a lawsuit. Like that. That's what I'm thinking. That's isn't that conflict of interest?
We're gonna award you for being a great. We're gonna award you for being a great sport, and you are suing us. You are suing us right now. Like that seems all. I don't know. It seems very strategic.
I guess they're making a settlement behind closed doors. Then I guess.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. It just feels very strategic, and I'm not buying it. But okay, maybe she does do some great sportsmanship stuff. I'm not sure. Rasheen Beats, what's good, fam?
Unless they're saying sportsmanship just during gameplay, but it'd be very hard for me if I was WNBA to award that to based on the legal steps that she's taking. So there's got to be more to that chess move, right?
Well, I mean, not only that, the legal actions that you were participating in, that your lawsuit pointed out for us, that you're getting education under the table ass. No, don't play with me.
getting kids education under the table. What
But you the
everybody say in
sport,
the chat?
but you the sportsman of the year. Cut it out. Knock it off. Knock
What?
it off, WNBA. Knock it off.
Go
Knock
to
it
go
off.
to the side.
Produce the rest of them 2 episodes of the documentary we've been waiting on. Put them out. Do that.
All public schools is not bad. It just depends where you located.
I'm a product of public school, so I would never say anything about a
Me
public school.
too.
The
Me
one thing
too.
that I know about
100%.
the one thing I know about anything in life is you get what you put into it. I can pay for you to be at the best school. If you don't do nothing at that school, you will not have you won't get anything out of that school. You get out what you
You can
put
still
into
be
it. So,
terrible, Ernie. You can be terrible, Ernie.
terrible.
Terrible.
You be terrible, Ernie, for
So
sure. You
what I
can.
say on this award about Hamby, that's terrible, Auntie. That's terrible. That's terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get it. It left me
Yeah, Charles Barkley.
confused. Days.
Yeah, that was
Huh?
that's a Travis mockery.
Right.
That's a Travis mockery.
Are y'all kidding? Are y'all kidding? Last but not least, we got some
What
little
we
more
got?
to talk about right here. We're gonna talk about. I think this takes us down a path where eventually WNBA has got to put up or shut down. Not shut up, put up or shut down, or do something different or pivot. Put up. Oh, let's do this. PP. Put up or pivot. Right. Something. Right. So let's talk about this. WNBA delivers record-setting 2024 season. This is coming reported out of New York headquarters on September 27th. The report was that the WNBA delivered its most watched regular season in 24 years, finished with its highest attendance in 22 years, and set records for digital consumption, I mean digital viewers, and amongst other things, digital following, and merchandise sales, merch sales in 2024. I got to get my words right. Merch viewership. The WNBA attracted an all-time record of more than 54 million unique viewers across ABC, CBS, ESPN2, ION, and NBA TV. A record of 22 regular season game telecasts averaged at least 1 million viewers. The season was consumed for a record of 136.29 million hours across all national networks. With that being said, and you got this new wave of talent, you better give it your bag to give them some bag. Or they, I don't
We'll
know.
see. We'll see how the new TV deal goes. and I'm serious. Like, I made a lot of jokes about Ion. And we having to watch NBA games on Ion. But out of all of the networks that you named, Ion made the most complete and the earliest, I think. Commitment to the WNBA. And I know it was a big thing for them to be able to have like the doubleheader Fridays and own the Friday nights, but they put a halftime game in there, a pregame. I believe they also had like a postseason. I mean a post game show. Amazon, I'm gonna need y'all to do better. The show is on. It's coming in to come on, and as soon as it's over, it's off. If that's what y'all are planning to do, that doesn't it doesn't work. It doesn't engage the viewer enough, and it'll hurt viewership if that's the route that they're going to take. So like you're at this place now where you have the TV deal coming in. Don't blow it by not giving the engagement that it needs. Make no mistakes about it. A great deal of the success of the NBA has a lot to do with that with that post game show that Shaq and Chuck and Ernie and Kenny did.
Right.
Like that was a good part. That was a great part of the engagement and them giving back and being able to reach viewers and put the game in front of other people in different ways. So the dub needs to not miss this opportunity. Like Amazon will be able to get you in a whole lot of houses, but make sure that you engage when you get into those houses and you're not just giving the game. You're gonna have to have a lot of improvement with what you do, and this is good, celebrate it. But I was so disturbed at how you guys handled your league pass, which is the way that the WNBA continues to fumble the things that have their actual name on it is amazing too. Is amazing to me. And so you're doing a great job delivering the games on Ion, but you can't get the games right on your own app. Like at some point, like y'all need to stop doing stuff outside and like take care of home. And so I hope that they take this off season and really take care of home and address those things. Like, yo, make sure that the games are really available on League Pass. Make sure you have some engagement beyond just the game. Please stop trying to give us the engagement by putting it, micing them up and trying to run alongside of them and interview them in the middle of the game. Let them coach. Let them have the game and then come talk to us. If I see y'all one more time and Becky has got that scowl on her face trying to tell somebody what to do and tell y'all what she's thinking, cut that out. Knock it off. Knock it off. We don't. I get it at the halftime, but in game and all of that, give us a little bit more than that. So viewing is up, but they got to do it. They better do what they need to do not to fumble this bad.
Excuse me, you're right. So it is the method and the approach is outdated, wouldn't you say, of marketing and being more intentional
I think it's
with the
just.
brand?
I just think it's for sure. I think it is for some teams, and then for some teams, they seem to get it right. The Las Vegas Aces are not missing with their social media and their branding. I don't know how it comes across locally for them with the coverage, but they don't miss. They definitely don't miss with their social media.
So here we have 2 semifinal games going on. So far, each team, who's the top 2 players? Vegas, Liberty. Who's your top 2 producer? What you?
I mean, it's mother and the godmother. I mean, it's who we expect.
Okay, Stewie and them. So that's why I call Liberty Stewie and them. This is what Stewie.
I'm not gonna say that they Stewie and them because I mean it's been Sabrina that's been balling, but I think it's Stewie that's making the impact. So
right. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a Stewie, then I don't think that Sabrina is that effective. Already, Sabrina Stewie's the reason they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, and she allows them to be that. She allows Sabrina to be effective.
All right, so Sun and Lynx, top 2 players in that series right now. From each team, one from each team.
I don't have a top. I don't have a top player for Connecticut. I think they're still figuring it out. You know, maybe I don't have a top. Yeah, and I think Minnesota. I guess I would say Nafisa or Courtney. But I don't really have a top player for either one of them. And at this point, I don't even think it's about top players. It's about what team can get the job done. So right now, I'm seeing how they all show up.
Okay, Lynx, I'm definitely gonna go Collier, Connecticut Sun. I agree. I can't call it. You don't know. You don't know. Every day is a different person that does something significant with that team. I think that's the.
It's so funny that you think it should be Sabrina and them. Machine Beats. Why? Why do you think it should be Sabrina and them? But you said, but sadly, it's Stewie. Stewie's a champion. What has Sabrina won? Why? I'm just curious as to why it should be Sabrina and them. What has she won? Stewie is a 4-time champion in college, and what is she? A 2 or 3-time champion? 2 or 3-time champion over in the dub.
I know for sure too. I recall.
Believe me. When Stewie was ready to go this year, y'all wasn't ready for her to go. They wasn't like gone Stewie. We got Sabrina. I know that for sure. Sabrina was just throwing up in between every play the other game. Was she sick or nervous? I'm not sure. I thought she was really beaming for a minute, but I'm not clear.
But maybe she was just getting that yak out of her system.
Maybe that's it. She might be a swigger. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she didn't realize how much yak she had.
Something happened. What you got going on, Coach?
Man, that's it. What's our the games coming up? What's our game times, our days, and our times for these
We don't
next
play again until
semifinal
Friday
game?
night. We don't play again until
Friday night.
till Friday night. And actually, it'll be a flip flop. So we'll get the Sun game early, and then we'll get the Sun game at 7:30, and we'll get the Liberty and the Aces at 9:30, and we'll be in the desert.
Okay. All I want to
Imperial.
say is we appreciate. I want to say is I appreciate 007 Ghostface Picker, aka Mr. Lava Lava, Juju, and our executive producer for that show and all the shows was Auntie Cess for the mock draft. I can't wait to do it again.
Oh,
You know,
stay tuned. It's coming.
I can't wait to see what Mr. Lava Lava is gonna bring out the next one.
Oh, he's a shocker. He's our wild card. He is definitely our wild card. Looking forward to that. So yeah, we got that coming up. We got some picks coming up. We got timeout coming up later on with me and Juju. Y'all come hang out with us. We're gonna be talking.
So we got Cess Talk Beats today. That's coming.
We got Cess Talks Bets. We got timeout with Juju and Cess.
So so you got some daddy.
We got some daddy long dome shots of the day coming up, I believe. If I'm MJ, let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. But no, we got bets coming up. We got timeout with timeout. Let's talk with Juju and Cess, and then depending on what time that's
timeout,
over,
let's talk.
It might be Cess Talk Sports, the show, but we're gonna talk some college hoops. We are 14 days away.
And you
got you, MJ.
Going on
so yeah,
tonight
it ain't gonna be at 3. It depends on what time timeout is over. Timeout starts at 9. So depending on what time we finish timeout, I may be back for 11. But for sure, timeout. Yeah, pull up, hang out. I don't know. And if I don't do 11, I might do 12 or something. I did a while like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning live the other week.
People was up. Yeah.
Huh? Folks was up. I was surprised. So we're gonna see. But right now, y'all, I just dropped Champion Mindset. Raven Johnson. Check that video out. Let me know what y'all think. Get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Raven is not playing with y'all. A lot more Gamecock coverage coming as we get ready to get started October 15th. The countdown has begun, and the repeat tour is on. So let's get it.
I can't wait. We appreciate everybody that gave for the 1 year Cess Talk Sports Tubathon. We appreciate you.
My Tubathon don't stop.
Cess today. Tubathon. Let's drop the cash app before we leave. We got the Tubathon going.
It all go back in the channel. I appreciate the love. And like I said, y'all be on the lookout for the Patreon links. Patreon links dropping here by the weekend. So we will be moving some of the content to the Patreon. Come hang out with us. It's just the beginning.
Sure. So on that note, we want to remind you to be kind to one person so they may pass that act of kindness on to another, and we may change the world one kind act at a time. Be great. Okay. In your preparation, become excellent in your performance. Champion mentality.
And as a wise person told me, the biggest room in the world is room for improvement. And with that, y'all, we're going to get out of here. It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Titties. Until next time, stay tuned, y'all. Talk soon. We out.